Welcome back to DX Radio Shop. Good morning to all for our morning raid show. Haven't done this in a few days. So, about a week actually, I think it's been now. We're so busy repairing radios, haven't had time to do any rag showing. So let's do some rag showing today and see what's happening. First, I want to remind everybody, don't forget to check out Zello, Zello PTT Walkie Talkie. It's a great form of communication, digital mode. Morning, Rick. How are you? Okay, there we go. And Normie, good morning. How are you? Good to see you on. So I put a lot of things here in the chat for everybody. So the Zello, you can create a username and password, and then you're going to see a thing that says either a plus channel or add a channel. And then you're going to type in KC2KJO space network. All has to be capitalized, just the way you see it in the chat. Don't use an underscore. But just type in KC2KJO, all in caps, space, and the word network as one word in space. I'm sorry, space, in caps rather. So KC2KJO in caps, space, network in caps. And you'll be able to hold down your microphone and say hello. Somebody in the group will see you. We'll get you in there. And that's when you guys are a lot of people talking in the background here. It's because of the guys who are on my live chat for YouTube as well as the Zello. So it's a great way of digital communication for everybody, and people stay in contact that way. They ask questions during live feeds, etc. So you can jump on yourself if you wish. It's an app you can download on your Android or iPod, iPad, whatever you have, I suppose, for free. And if you have an Android, you go to your Google app, or Google Play, yeah, for the app. And if you go to, if you have an Apple product, you got to go to your Apple store. But it's all free apps, and check it out if you guys want. You can join in the fun. We have people from all over the world on there. You don't need a license, but be respectful. Don't argue, curse, swear, fuss, and fight, and you'll be fine. It's a good way of communicating back and forth. If people want to get in touch with me, quick and easy way to do that as well. Morning, Ellen. How are you? Welcome to the Morning Rag Show. Don't really have any hot topics. So if anybody wants to create a topic, feel free to do so. It's just going to be a regular morning rag show about anything. Anything at all you guys want to discuss, feel free to do so. Yesterday was gorgeous. My God, it was beautiful right up till, I don't know, about 8 o'clock last night, 7 or 8 o'clock. It was beautiful outside, nice and comfortable. Hit 74 degrees yesterday. Of course, today I think we're going to be in the 50s. So, it's going to be a little cool here for the next week, at least till Tuesday. Don't know what's going to happen past that point. Hopefully it'll pick back up again, but morning, Brent. How are you? Welcome to our morning rag show. So now I have a whole lot really going on today for the rag show. Just kind of hanging out, get our day started, and then we'll be getting involved with a lot more videos of repair. Upcoming is Grand XL. I think a Washington or Madison base, Royce base, Saturn Turbo, Cobra 2000. I've got a few things coming up here in the list. Not sure when I want to tackle first. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. You like my collection, do you? Yeah, it's a couple of toys here and there. Lots of Icon, Yaesu, Kenwood. Yeah, I think it's a nice little setup anyway. So, Chavez, good morning. How are you? Welcome to the morning rag show. You have a basket case 142 GTL that needs work. Okay. I'll send her on up. We'll take care of it. Good morning, Mr. 142. How are you? Welcome to the morning rescue there, 142. Now, the 2000's not too bad. I got to get that done because I guess the guy, he's going to swap it towards a Yaesu 2000, so he wants to get this thing up and running, so that's what we're going to do. So I'll be coming up here probably, I don't know, next few days, weekend. We'll have the 2000 on the bench, so yeah, fun. We have a Unit Bearcat 980 SSB we'll be working on here shortly. It's got to have a mic adapter hooked up. I got to make one because I don't have any here, and I don't trust adapters anyways unless it's done through a mic cord itself. I don't like those small adapters. They never tend to work or last very long. So, good morning, Bionic. How are you? Welcome to our morning ride show. Not a lot really going on, so you haven't missed anything. We're just kind of hanging out, talking about anything and everything. So that's all he's doing right now at the moment. Waiting for this auto tuner to get here, but goodness gracious. Coming from China. Has everybody got plans today? Anything good? So we're just kind of hanging out here and get our day started before we dive knee deep into more repairs. If anybody's interested in a VHF radio, I do have a few things I'll be posting on my YouTube channel here probably later on today that's for sale, so we will let you know when we get to that point. Yeah, it looks like it's still on its way. I guess it made it to the regional distribution center, but I don't know. It's a nice little auto tuner. I just gotta wait for it to get here, then I'll do a demo on that when it does get here. So, yeah, the weather's not good. Yesterday would have been a great day to do antenna work, but today it's kind of like, well. Yeah, there's nobody on Zella this morning. Everyone's kind of sleeping yet. Yeah, I was gonna try to do a little bit yesterday outdoors. Never even really had the chance to do that because I gotta get my bike all taken care of. I did open the shed yesterday, grabbed a few things out of there. I forgot I had a bunch of radios I had set aside in a tote for the Hamfest, so I brought those in yesterday, and I have gotta get my bike ready for servicing for the good season coming up. Put some miles on that. A friend of mine stopped by with his bike yesterday, and it's like, yeah, I'm not quite ready to take mine out. So I gotta wait for all that salt to get off the road first, because they're a pain to clean. You start driving down the road, you get all that white dust everywhere. And you're only asking for trouble when you get all the rust, because it sits on it. So I'll wait till we get some good solid rain for like a week. Get all that stuff washed off the road, then I'll get my bike out. Get it all serviced up, get it ready for the season. I have a Suzuki Boulevard C50T 800 series. What kind of bike you got there, Ellen? I know this year I got to get a friend of mine over here. He's got a bucket, and send him on up there and fix a couple of things I want to do, and move some antennas around, and I got to add a few more. So 32 of them up in the air right now. I want to add another 3. So I figure I'll make 35. 35 is a good number, I suppose. Get a good rounded off. I want to try to add some height to one antenna, and I wanted to rearrange a few antennas along the way as well. Cleared out the chicken coop? Oh yeah. You got your bike ready, Shabazz? Cool. Yeah, I'm not ready to do mine yet. We've had a good few days, but I'm going to wait until get some good solid rain for about a week. At least a 3-4 day rain. Some heavy rain. Get all that salt washed off the road. Then I'll take mine out and run it up to the garage and get it all surfaced and whatever. And I don't want to do that yet, though, until I know the roads are clear. I don't have any rust whatsoever on my bike. I take good care of that thing. I try not to get caught in rainstorms either because that just makes it more of a mess. But I got caught a couple of times in some rain, but we try not to. We try to watch the forecast pretty good. Go out for an enjoyable ride and bring her back and put her on the red carpet, so to speak. Yeah. I know I gotta get downstairs in the basement and rearrange a lot of stuff because we're trying to set up a shipping center and trying to get things more organized down there. And also trying to get a chance to go through a lot more things for the upcoming Hamfest because I have a lot of stuff. And with the Jamboree, I got tons of stuff here I can use for door prizes as well. So if anybody wants to check out the Jamboree, go to my community post. You'll see the whole information on it. And if you guys want to check it out, stop by. Feel free to do so. It's going to be a good event. Expecting probably 30 to 40 people or more at this event. So going to be a lot of raffles going on for sure between SWR meters, coax cables, microphones, Baofengs, etc. Probably going to have a couple of HF radios that will be there for a raffle as well. I'm not going to specify what they are just yet until I know exactly what's going to be at hand. But we will have a lot of door prizes. This will be from 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. and it's going to be on July 26th. And so what's nice about that is it's literally just up the road. So I don't have to go very far at all. And we're going to have a bunch of people here at the shop as well to kind of keep an eye on things in case there's anybody who wants to drop things off or want to buy some merchandise, whatever. So we'll have people here on site as well the whole day, and shop will be open for that, and we'll be up at the event as well. It's just literally up the road, just like a couple minutes, so very close. Anyway, so we're gonna have lots of door prizes. I think we're gonna do the door prize like probably once every, I don't know, probably like once an hour. Do a door prize that gives people a chance to kind of go around buy your tickets. We did have a suggestion by Michael, which is a great one, and we're going to use different color code tickets. So for example, let's say on blue, if we have like blue tickets, when you guys purchase the raffle tickets, that might be a category of $50 or less, we'll say, for the item, the overall item. So if that's what it is, then we'll have XYZ for that. So that might be like, say we have 3 different door prizes, and let's say you have, I don't know, $5 a ticket, or you buy, 3 for $10, you get 1 for free, basically, right? So then what's going to happen is if you win a door prize, and you still got 2 tickets left, and we still have more prizes for that blue category, don't throw your tickets away, because you still had 2 chances. You ain't got to repurchase more tickets then. So we're going to kind of reutilize that to make it worth more the consumers' monies, trying to help them out. Everything that we're going to raffle off is strictly to cover the cost of the items. We're not looking to make no profit whatsoever. I don't need the money, so we're not doing that. We're just doing this for a fun event. As long as we cover the cost of the item, that's cool, and that's all I care about. So I just want everybody to have a good time, enjoy themselves, and get out and experience Jamboree on the air. So we're going to have people bring their own antennas and radios to set up and have a good time. And the rules are quite simple. You just respect everybody. Be mindful of others. When you put up your antennas, don't get so close to people. And we're going to make as many contests as we can. You'll have a Jamboree award. We will have Jamboree t-shirts available as well for the event. So there's going to be a lot of different fun, exciting things going on of all ages. If people want to get in here and have a blast, you'll be able to use CB, all your HF, VHF as well, and UHF. So if anybody wants to bring those on and play around with Simplex or hit repeat, well, as far as repeaters go, you can jump on repeaters if you want to make new contacts just to add to your log. But as far as the whole event, it's basically for all Simplex, all kind of like just get out there and ATT somebody really. So, but you can use repeaters if you wish. We'll have a list of repeaters that you guys can reach from that point up to about 55 to 60 miles radius, and it's really going to be a good time. Going to have lots of food. If anybody wants to bring a dish of pads, it would be beneficial. But there are 4 barbecue pits, the grills that surround the pavilion, and so they have several tables as well. The only thing I ask is if whoever does show up, if you wanted to bring, no more than, we'll say, 4 items to sell, between 2 or 3 items, no more than 4 items to sell, that's okay. Do not bring tables and tables and tables full of equipment. This is not a ham fest, and this is a public park. We're going to get it reserved for the event, but we're not going to set this up to where people are going to have tables all over the damn place. Whatever you bring in, you take back. We got to keep the grounds nice and clean. Follow the park rules. It is mandatory for that. Anybody who does smoke or vape, you must do that either in your car or out by the road. They do not allow it on the park property. So again, there's a lot of park rules. There's a lot of things to pay attention to. Please, it's going to be a good, fun event. People from all over are going to be showing up. We've got 13 states of people traveling to come to this event. We also have people from all over the surrounding areas as well. And we want to make this a good time, especially with the locals who live in that area, who've never had an opportunity to see something like this. They'll reintroduce the radio community to anybody who's interested. And we did mention to a farm up the road from that point, and they were pretty excited. It was an elderly couple who was pretty excited about that, and I explained to them what it was all about. And because when people hear jamboree, they're like, "Oh, okay, party, party, party." It's like, this is a radio communications jamboree, and they understood when I explained it to them. They were very happy about this because it's something new to the area. They said, "No, we'll definitely be there. We want to check it out." I said, "Okay, cool." So it's going to be a good time, and maybe we can introduce electronics to many people around here. I am going to try this year. I don't know, because I overextend myself too much. I got way too much to do here for repairs, but I'm trying to get it to where I can have at least maybe one event. Good morning, Matt. How are you? I'm trying to get to maybe have one event for the year. I'd like to be able to do that in August, to where I can do a community event up to no more than probably, I don't know, 25 at the most, but more than likely going to be 15, we'll say. But we're going to shoot for 25 if I can get enough people to help. And we're going to set up solder stations down here at the fire department. We use their electric, and I'll make a donation to them as well for allowing us to do this. And we're going to set it up for a electronics class for the community. If anybody wants to sit down and learn, we're going to do a basic siren, basic strobe light, and we'll have another kit that it's easy for people to put together themselves. They can take home to do if they wish. But we're going to do at least 1 or 2 things on site for the whole day, so people can understand how to put things together, what the components are, how to identify them, and I'm going to teach all of this down here at the fire hall. That's my goal. So we'll see what happens if it's a good turnout, but it is going to be reserved only, because I can't have 50 people, 60 people show up, and I only got 25 kits so of each. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to discuss component recognition, appearance of the component, the function of a component, and anybody who wants to. This is geared more towards kids, kind of give them a little sense of career if they want to get into the electronic aspect of things. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. So me being a long time professional technician with all kinds of certificates and degrees and stuff, I figure this would be an opportunity. They have the chance to basically learn from somebody who has the same credentials, if not a little bit more, as the average college electronical teacher. So I figure this gives me an opportunity to expand my horizon a little bit, because I love teaching people, and that's always been my passion, as I've done for many years of martial arts as well. Did that for many other schools and demonstrations and tournaments, and as soon as we got involved with all of them, I got people who are, "Hey, can you come to our school? I want you to teach." Okay, so we go over there, we teach our style, mixing it with them, and show them how to flow things. So we always do that. So I figure this would be an opportunity for the community to kind of learn something different, and maybe get them a little bit more insight as to, hey, instead of sitting on your butt playing Nintendo all day long, or roaming the streets getting into trouble, then I figure this gives some kind of opportunity for other kids to occupy their mind and want to build things or get into repairs of whatever they want to do. Maybe they want to open up an appliance store and fix appliances, or get into aircraft for military or something. Who knows? But it'll give people a chance to open your views a little bit more and say, "Hey, I've got opportunity." So we'll see what happens. But that's kind of what we're looking at doing this year, is maybe set up a nice little class on a weekend and have a full day event for that to take place as well when we get things rolling. So it's going to be a fun, busy year, that's for sure. So that's kind of what we got going on here at the DX Radio Shop anyway. So we'll be having a lot more details to come when we get closer towards that timeline. I'm going to wait a couple more months here before I get in touch with the fire department to see if I can utilize their station to do this with, and we'll see, I guess, how that goes. If not this year, then definitely by next year. But I'm trying to plan it for this year and see how, if that will come true. I suppose I don't know yet on that aspect of things. So we'll see what happens. And I'm also trying to set up a ham fest here also at the Fireman's Field, which will not be this year. It will be right after Labor Day in September. Probably the second weekend. It will be at that point, but it's not going to happen this year. It will happen next year, only because I got a lot more to really orchestrate with that and get myself in order with announcers, along with on-site testing for ham licenses. So I got a lot of things I want to try to put together. I'm trying to organize this all myself as to how things need to be done. I got to get a couple of VEs on the bandwagon here with this as well. So I know a lot of people in many high places. So we're going to try to make this happen for next year. We're going to try to offer a ham fest here in town and see how that progresses as well. So we have several that are nearby, but not close. So I figure this might give an opportunity for people who have to live a little bit more further east, and they got to travel more to the west to get to it. Well, then they have an opportunity to go somewhere close or halfway in between. So that would be right here in Clyde. So that's going to be kind of some future plans, what we have going on for this year and next year, and kind of see where things go. So that's what's happening here at the DX Radio Shop. We're always busy, always helping communities, always trying to offer new ideas to people around the area, show them ways to kind of enhance their skill set, etc. So, and that's what a true, honest, real smart technician does. We don't run to Facebook and play Jerry Springer shows. We go out here and we actually help the community and do things the right way. So that's what it should be done. So, yeah. What handheld would I recommend? Alan's asking for ham radio. Well, Baofeng seems to be the go-to. A lot of guys don't like Baofeng because it's kind of like a preference. I hear a lot of people in the ham community, which I laugh. They try to classify themselves like if it's not a Yaesu or an ICOM or a Kenwa, then it's not a ham radio. And that's just stupid. It's a name, okay? And if they were half as smart as what they thought they were, then they would realize most of this stuff, you only got about 4 manufacturers in the world, guys. So most of the stuff is made at those manufacturers, which means, Baofeng is probably made at the same damn manufacturers where Yaesu is probably made, So they don't know this, though. They think, oh no, Baofeng's got its own company and Yaesu got its own company, and the manufacturers themselves who actually build these things, you only got so many manufacturers in the world, guys. There are only about 4, maybe 5 major manufacturers that actually produce and build this stuff. I know that because we actually have one nearby who will produce several computer boards. You just tell them what you want, they build it up, and it's done. It's like, okay, cool. But I thought you were just this. No. We build multiple things. We just slap your name onto it. So that's what it is. It's all about business, really. So. But as far as a handheld goes, I go with a Baofeng, and I hear a lot of ham guys at HamFest say Baofengs are not legit, they aren't this, they aren't that. It's like you choosing a Cadillac over a Mustang, over a Ford Temple, or a Chevy truck, right? It's your preference. you got to go with whatever you feel is good. Now, I will honestly say that, Kenwood, Icon, Yaesu, the bigger brand names are very good devices, yes. But as far as something quick, easy, get you on, and it doesn't consume a lot of use out of battery and whatnot, the Baofangs are pretty much hands down the better way to go. So, love you, buddy. Have a good day. And so the Baofangs are also much easier to program, very user friendly. Whereas the Yaesus, there's a couple of different techniques you got to kind of get in there, play around with, and your Kenwood and Icons are the same way. You have a different sequence to get inside to program your repeaters and other simplex frequencies, etc. Now, a lot of guys also like to cheat. Same thing with the Baofeng, and they put Chirp or other softwares, which is fine. It's okay. But what I tell you is this, though. Can you use software to load up your program? Absolutely. I'm okay with that. But learn your radio. I swear by that, okay? You're out in the field somewhere, and all of a sudden, I don't know, your kids are playing around and pushing buttons, and they hit the reset by accident. And you didn't realize that. Now you go look at your radio, and you're trying to use it, like, well, where's all my stuff? You're going to panic. You're going to cry like a 2-year-old, and you're going to say, oh, my God, I don't know what to do. Like you just lost your damn phone, So it's always important to learn your radio. The program software, all that stuff is cool. It's quick and easy, sure. But you're going to find a time, and I promise you, in your life at some point, you're going to find that you're going to be stuck somewhere. You're going to be out camping. You're going to be out traveling. You're going to be somewhere. And what you need to do is learn your radio. So it's not hard to program those radios if you know what you're doing. Keep a little cheat sheet. Get it laminated. Put it with your radio side of a little carrying case. So that way you know if anything ever goes wrong, you've got a list of what you want in there. Your primary. I'm not saying dump in 50, 60, repeater frequencies into it, but at least put something in there as far as your basics on how to program. So if you're in an area and you haven't been before, you're traveling, then at least you can say, okay, let me ask around. Does anybody have this? And then you can program it in as you go. But at least learn how to program it. Whereas the Baofeng, real simple to do. It's like 4 easy steps. I could program a repeater and a Baofeng in less than 30 seconds. I've done so many of them. For the ones who don't or are not familiar with those, it might take you about 5 minutes or less. It's not hard to do. It's just read and learn. That's all I got to do. Read and learn. People who do that will go very far in life. When you skip steps and you cheat yourself out of knowledge, like these hack shops do, then that's why they become hack shops, because they don't read, they don't learn. They just push buttons and they just do stupid things. So as long as you learn your device, any one of those devices, any brand name or unbrand name is good. They've got Vertec, they've got Anytone. Anytones, my God, they have become the thing lately now. A lot of the Anytones are very good for VHF, UHF, and HF as well. I'm sorry, for 10 meters still considered HF radio, but I see a lot of guys using the Anytone handhelds, Anytone mobiles, very good radios. I'm very impressed on how they've actually developed those things. Those are really good radios as well. So I don't want to leave Anytone out, because I've seen a lot of guys use them and they seem to work out for many applications. It seems like to be like the go-to radio. So it's pretty cool. Yep, absolutely. So, but yeah, we're gonna do a let's see. Oh, yeah, Fusion. Yep. Okay. Yep. So yeah, you can do a Fusion. You can do DMR. You can do D-Star. You can do all that stuff. Yep, absolutely. If you want to get into like digital modes, I haven't been on my D-Star forever. It's actually pretty cool. Echo Link, it's all the same aspect of things, but I got 2 Zello radios here I use. One for my Zello, and I use one for the Echo Link. So, but all depends on what you get into, really. Depending on what you are looking to do with your hobby. If you want to explore more, not just have an on and off radio and say, okay, well, I have 4 or 5 repeaters, I'm bored, let me go do something else. Jump on digital mode. You always find people to talk to. You might find people that are on digital mode that you don't get the chance to talk to on analog. So, for example, which, I forgot to do that too. I was supposed to get back to my buddy Hugh over in Ireland. He's on Echolink, and he's actually linked up. There's a whole repeater network linked up in Ireland. Damn near close the whole country is under this network, which is pretty cool. And so I get to jump on there and talk with all my little Irish leprechaun friends, and I love those guys. I got Irish in my blood too. That's why I can say this. So, but I get the chance to talk to all my friends over in Ireland. So they have a very beautiful repeater network system all set up across the whole area of Ireland. So really nice thing to get into. So if you guys do have your ham license, do check that out, because it's really a blast to talk to these guys. They're on all the time. You'll hear people out mobile, a lot of base units and whatnot, and really good time for sure. So I encourage everybody to explore more into the hobby, and also get your ham license. Don't be afraid. Everybody hears them ham license. Oh my God, there's like two big excuses I hear from people all the time. One, I don't want nothing to do with the government. Well, it's kind of late for that. You're in the country, so you got to pay a tax. You still got to do something. They still got you by Social Security number, so it's too late. You're already going to deal with the government. It is what it is. So, take your political aspects and throw them away. Okay, don't be a politician. It's the worst thing you ever want to become. Don't do that. And then two, because you hear the word license, they figure, oh my God, test. I don't do good with tests, guys. It's not hard. It is really not hard. Okay, if a 7-year-old kid between the age 7 and 9, the kid was 7 years old, went for his tech. Then he went for general class by 8, and just before he turned 9, or actually I think it was on his 9th birthday, he got his advanced, his extra. It's not hard, guys. People in their 60s and 70s will sit down and do a test, and you'd be surprised. It's not hard. Go to it's hamexam.org. You go to Ham Study. You go to Ham Radio Prep. Any one of those places you can go to. Just study the exam online. They give you all these practice exams. So unless you're a bookworm, then you can read a book if you wish. But if you just want to study the questions and see all the questions in the pool and just go through them, it's like 470, 80, almost 500 questions in the pool. Just go through them. Just run down and do a practice exam over and over and over again. It's going to grade you. And when you start holding a 90 to 100 average for like a good week, then do the same thing for practice exam on general class. And then when you get done with him, then go back and forth and toggle it. Say, okay, I'll do tech, and then I'll do a general. I'll do tech, and I'll do general. Just keep doing that for about a week. And if you can maintain 90 to 100, I mean, within like a 2-week period, at the most, if you have a lot of time to study right away, or within 3 weeks, like a month, if you're only going to study like once a day, you'd be surprised. I mean, just take 15 minutes of your time, maybe half an hour in the evening or something, or whatever your work hours are. If you're on lunch break or at work or something like that, just spend a quick 5-10 minutes. Do like one quick exam. It doesn't take long to go through, and just study the exam. That's all you got to do. Just read the question, see the answer, and eventually you're going to realize, oh, I remember the answer to this one. Okay, you go in, you take your exam. Hey, congratulations, you passed your technician exam. Okay, cool. Can I do my upgrade? Absolutely. You take the upgrade right now for free, and you pass that. Now you walk out with 2 licenses, tech and general. You got your upgrade. Because you're going to pay $35 for a one-time fee. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. You're going to pay about $15 one-time fee at a average ham club. They charge between $10 to $15 to do the exam. And then you got to pay $35, which is once every 10 years, to the FCC for your license. So it used to be free. And GMRS was $75. Now they changed it where it's $35 and $35. They split it. They cut that in half, and they took the other portion towards ham licenses, because a lot more people are getting involved with ham licenses. Just in the last 5 years, people today, as far as percentage, has increased over 70%. That's how much more people are interested in getting ham licenses who have actually been successful to get their ham license. Again, it's not hard. It's really easy to do, guys. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be lazy-minded because you hear the word test and you get scared. It's really easy to do. Okay, it's really easy to do. And so I encourage everybody, go for your GMRS. You don't have to take an exam for GMRS. You just pay your thing. You go online. You have to apply for FRN number, which is free. Get that number. Then you start studying for your exam. You can either go for GMRS, just pay your money. You just go on there, answer a couple questions, and then boom, you're done. You got GMRS. But ham license, study the exam, take the test. It's only 35 questions. You'll have it over and done before you know it. And now you can talk anywhere you want, from 1.8 meg up to 1.2 gig on a tech and general class. And if you want to go for your extra, your advanced, well, then you get more bandwidth along with those bands as well. But there's so much activity you could do in those bands. You will never be bored. Oh my God, between all the analog and all the digital aspect of things, holy jeez, you're not going to be bored. You're going to be sitting there just racking up all kinds of contacts, confirmations, awards. So I encourage everybody, take the time to sit down. If you have any questions and you need someone to help you, please call me. I got people that call me all the time. They'll shoot me a text. Hey, I got some questions I want to go over for the exam I'm struggling on. You got time? And I'll write back, yeah, give me a few moments. Let me finish up on a radio or whatever I'm doing, and I'll call them up. And we'll spend the next half hour on the phone, 40 minutes, sometimes an hour, and I'll help them out. I don't mind it. I don't charge. I don't mind it, guys, because I like to see everybody get more involved, because guess what? There will come a day cellular communication is going to drop. So a lot of manpower they can do to drop that signal, right? But you can never kill an antenna. They would have to kill everybody in the world, because you're never going to kill an antenna. Because anybody who has the opportunity of making an antenna or putting it up in the air, whether it's a makeshift antenna, a homebrew antenna, or you buy one, you're always going to make communication. You're always going to make communication, okay? So you might find areas where your cellular service isn't all so good, but you have a radio that communicates a lot better. And it's like this. First of all, if anybody even tried to come over here, they won't be leaving my property. If anybody ever came over here and told me, well, we're going to do this, I don't care what it could be military, I don't care, I don't give a shit who it is. You step foot on my property, that's your worst mistake. You're not going to leave here. That's for damn sure. Because no one's ever going to tell me what to do, and no one's ever going to tell me I got to take my antennas down because of communism. You can't have this. You can't have bullshit. Let me tell you what, it doesn't work out for nobody. So I got a hole in the backyard. I want to put up another flagpole. If anybody ever, if our world ever came to the point where China wanted to take over, we'll say for example, and they wanted to say, oh no, take all this down. You can't have this. Well, guess what? You're going to find yourself in a hole in the backyard, and you ain't going to leave. How's that? Because my communications will always succeed. And I don't rely on cellular. I rely on my communication center. So, and it's like this, guys. If someone came to your home and said, you got to take this down, then call me. Because, number one, it's never going to happen. And if they ever try, I'll show you ways to make another antenna in 5 minutes. So, I've made UHF antennas out of kitchen forks. I've made lamp indoor antennas for VHF, UHF. I mean, I've made antennas like you wouldn't believe out of stupid things that people are like, how the hell did you do that? Because I'm smart and I know what to do. I've engineered a lot of antennas over these years. So you can do many things and get around all the other communist people or what we call Karens. All these Karens that don't have nothing else better to do besides come to your door and try to, control you. But if you go to their door, well, they don't like that, right? So, well, guess what? In my world, there's only 3 people. There's 3 people in my list that tell me what to do. Mom, Dad, and God. If you're not on that list, shut the hell up. So, I do what I want, and I don't let nobody change nothing. There ain't nobody in this world that's ever going to change me, ever. And so, anybody who wants to learn communications or build antennas or do what you want, if you live in an HOA, call me. I'll find a way to get you an antenna that you ain't got to worry about dealing with your Karens next door. So you can always do something, guys. I go to a lot of ham fests. I hear a lot of people say, I can't get a license because I have HOA rules. Screw those rules. You know what HOA was designed for one thing, for everybody to keep your yards clean, your homes looking nice, not having a house across the street that's got cars all over the place that are falling apart, grass 4 foot high, and garbage bags leaning against the side of your house, and all the nasty stuff we don't want to see, right? So HOA, for that reason, I respect. For as far as the rest of it goes, God forbid you park your trailer on the other side of the driveway today because you got to move it over on one side. You're gonna have somebody come up the road. You can't park your trailer over here. Why? Because you had it designated over on that side. So what? I mean, you can't use your garden hose. Why? Because it's only allowed 1 hour a day. You've had it on for an hour, 15 minutes. Like, oh my God. Some of this stuff is just stupid. I see this stuff all the time. I don't live in an HOA, but if you guys do live in an HOA, we will find ways around that to where you can benefit yourself by using a flagpole. You can put up a flagpole, and you can utilize that as your antenna and a flagpole. So you can put a flag up on top, put a birdhouse up on top, whatever you got to do to make them happy, but you can still use the pole itself as the antenna. So we have all kinds of engineered schematics we've come up with and designs to help everybody with that as well. So don't let anybody tell you that you can't do this. And a lot of the guys at the Ham Fest I've heard say this, they now have a ham license and they now have an antenna put up because and they don't deal with any kind of harassment. Nobody bothers them because I've showed them and taught them a way to get around all of that, and it's very important because don't change your hobby and your lifestyle because someone doesn't like it. Live your life the way you want to live your life. Don't let someone tell you what to do, okay? Because if you let somebody tell you what to do, they're going to run you the rest of your life. You're not a robot. You're human. What gives them the right to tell you what to do? Follow certain guidelines, what they have if you are HOA, but find ways to go around that to either make a compromise with them or to do what you want, and you can make it more stealthy. I mean, there's people who use gutters on a house, just attach two military-grade black wires that you can hide up under your soffit, and use your gutters as your antenna. That's all you got to do. I mean, there's a lot of ways around it, guys. Flower pots, all kinds of stuff. People took a birdhouse and they created it into a VHF, UHF antenna inside, and they got it sealed off where the birds can't get to it, but they have it where the birds can sit on the other side of the birdhouse, do what they want to do, and not affect the antenna. So, I mean, sky's the limit, guys. It is. When you have a will, you have a way. Don't let that discourage you. So if you're interested in getting a ham license, check it out. If you have different things around your area that you're concerned about, give me a call, and I'll give you some ideas. And if you like the ideas, then further yourself in your ham license area and go for it. But don't let nobody ever hold you back. That's the worst thing you can ever do, is let somebody hold you back. Remember one thing, guys. You live in a circle of life. What that means is, whatever you do, by the end of the time, one day, my dad always says, God's got your number. And when that day comes, he's going to pull your number, right? He's going to call you. So, and your purpose on earth is to learn as much as you can, do whatever you can do legally, obviously, right? And for the right reasons. But leave a footprint behind, a legacy of your own, so people can say, wow, I remember that guy. He did this. He built all these things, and blah, blah, blah. Regardless what hobby it may or may not be, but that's your legacy. Your legacy is, your purpose here is to learn as much as you can and do something with your life. Turn it around. Do something special with your life. I mean, nobody's ever designed a kitchen fork UHF antenna. No one's ever designed a 3-foot tall floor model Christmas ornament into a VHF, a UHF antenna. Nobody's ever took a 5-foot tall lamp and turned that into a VHF, UHF antenna. Okay? So, I mean, nobody's ever done these kind of things. And I have. And I've made over 327 of those lamp antennas and sold every one of them. So, I did that for about a year and a half. And it turned out to be a huge success. So that was just under $16,000 I made by doing those. $48 a piece, do the math, like $15,000 something. And it was a great success. It was an inventive idea I came up with. I calculated it all in my head, wrote it all down, created a CAD program for it, this, that, and the other, proofed it all out, built it. After my third prototype, came out beautiful, put them on the market, boom. one after the other, sell, 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 sell. And I'm like, how the hell did you come up with this? Because my mind is always trying to create something different and unique that nobody else has, but we can use for multiple purposes. And there you have it. So don't hold yourself back, guys. Learn as much as you can. Do whatever you want to do, and make the best of your time, of your knowledge, your experiences. Because one day you can pass it down to somebody else. They're going to say, wow, you're 87 years old. You did all this when you were, 20 or 15 or whatever. I mean, be proud of yourself. Be proud of what you do. Be proud of all your accomplishments, all your achievements, all your goals, your success. And just keep moving forward, really. That's all I do. Keep moving forward. You might get a troll along the way, but that's okay, because they're the dumb ones that still want to learn, while us smart people, we keep on moving forward. So, anyways, I want to get to work, guys, because I got about 15 minutes. It's 7:15 right now, so I got to get a few things started, and we got to get our videos rolling for repairs. So I figured we'd do a nice little rag chew this morning and see where that goes. And so we did quite well for, I suppose, things we've got going on here. Good morning, Paul. How are you? Good morning, Steve. What we got here? M. Williams. Good morning to you as well. You've been getting 95% on your tech and 75-80% on the general practice. Okay, and test. And good morning to you as well. Yeah, very good. Okay. Yeah, keep going, man, because when you walk in, do both. Because that way, if you're going to do tech and then you go back a later time, two things are going to happen. One, life will get in the way. Either you're not going to be able to do it, or it's going to push off and you're going to forget a lot of it. And two, you're not going to pay the fee all over again. So if you just pay the one time and you get in there and you pass your tech and do your general, you get two for the price of one. I always encourage people that it's not that hard to do. It's really easy to do. So keep up the good work on Williams. Keep me posted on how you do when your test comes up. You can do online testing as well. There's many different areas you can do that. I don't know what it is. Is it W2EE or something? I forget if the call. I don't remember the call sign now. But just go online and Google how to take ham exam online. You'll see a lot of different outlets to do exactly that too. So definitely check it out, everybody, and wish everybody the best of that for sure. See, Chavez says he did both of his tests online. Okay, yep. Whiskey Mexico 7 X-ray. Okay, yep. WM7X. That was one of them I do remember seeing recently. Yep. And in the testing group. And you got your general on the 10th. Congratulations. Very good. Yeah. Okay, Sim says FCC needs to add privacy to licensed database. Well, so here's how it goes. When you do a search on somebody, you can see all the credentials such as name, address, and I think what they should do is, like you say, more privacy. I think the privacy, in my opinion, everyone's opinion is going to change, but my opinion would be this. The privacy I would like to see on that would be for any general purpose who does a search, if they want to see your name and maybe a state. I'm okay with that. But as far as the rest of it goes, it does show your actual street address or P.O. box. I think they should make that more private, because it is your personal privacy. You get some idiot that comes along and doesn't like you, and they happen to find a way to look you up, and they start harassing you. So I think they should really change that to where, if you want to show your name and a state with your call sign, okay, cool. And if you want to post an email on your thing like QRZ or whatever, cool. But as far as your actual physical address, yeah, I think they should make that more private, because that does kind of interfere with your personal life, your friends, your family, your loved ones, and you don't need people knocking on your door being stupid because they got a bug up their backside, So I think they should really change that myself too. So yeah, I'm right with you, Sam. I think they should tighten up the ropes on that one a little bit. They should change the policy a little bit. Protect everybody. Yeah, they do the online testing. Yeah. Now, so the online testing is like this. My son did that, and we will never do it again, as far as that goes. But I've done all mine in person. But my son did do his online, And thank God there was somebody who was paying attention, because the one who answered the phone and got you all set up, he was a real ass. So he shouldn't even be a VE. If you don't have the mentality level, the attitude, you should not even be part of that. He's more of a dictator. So as you can see, that's why our world's falling apart, because we got too much dictator going on. So anyways, what happens is this. Online testing is good. You just have to get the right people to talk to while you're there, because they want you to do a camera thing all set up, which is cool, so that way you're not cheating. My son did exactly what the guy told him to do. We had to zoom one way, 360, slowly around the room, in the dining room, so they can see the walls. Make sure you have no information on the walls. Nobody's it can't be in the house. You can't have anybody in the house when you do your test. You can't have dogs barking. You can't have your wife in the other room playing, listening to TV or music or walking back and forth. You got to be by yourself. They're very strict about this, because they want to make sure you're not cheating, right? Then you got to put a camera on the computer and the keyboard, so they can see both screen and keyboard, and make sure you're not cheating. So it's a nice way of doing things. I like what they do. Some of the people, like I said, thank God that this one guy was there, because my son did exactly what he was told to do, and I stood there listening and watching. And he said, pan the camera this way, so he did. Pan the camera in reverse now, the other way, so he did. And the guy says, okay, I can't deal with this, you're not listening. Oh, I was pissed. I went right off and said, listen here, asshole. I says, he's doing exactly what you just told him to do. The kid's 14 years old. What the hell is your problem? I says, this is not the kind of setting you want to give to anybody and discourage them. I says, my son has worked hard to go for this exam. He let to do it online. What is your problem? And the guy hung up the damn phone. So the other person who was there as a VE called us right away and said, I will take care of that. This is a disgrace. It's disrespect. I will take care of this immediately. I'm going to put you guys right back in there, and we have somebody else here on site that's going to take care of this. That was our bad experience. Now, I'm not saying this to discourage everybody. Online testing is good. Just please make sure the people you talk to are respectful and kind and understanding. If you have any questions, ask, because that's just like a one-time fluke that this idiot was just, I don't know what the hell his problem was. And he later apologized. Of course, he lost his position anyways. He wasn't allowed back there to do any kind of testing. But that was just stupid. 14-year-old kid, he looked at me like, Dad, now he's already screwed up in the head, and he's confused as to what just happened when he already had the answers in his head. Thank God he still passed. He only missed it by one. Or not missed it. He only missed one question. Sorry, let me rephrase that. So he did pass, and he got his tech license. But that was really a bad experience for my son and I, because this idiot was just, I don't know what the hell his problem was. He's lucky I didn't see him in person, because I had to grab him by the back of his neck and just kick his ass out the door. I mean, that was just plain stupid. And the guy says, yeah, I don't know what the hell his problem is, because you did exactly what you were told to do. And I said, I know he did. I stood right here and watched my son. I said, and I gave him specific instructions. You're going to have to move your camera, pay attention to what he says. And we both stood here listening. I said, that was completely, off the wall stupid. And he says, no, I will take care of this. And that guy, I said, he lost his position. He was no longer allowed to be a VE. He had his rights revoked from that. He's still a ham operator, but he cannot no longer be a VE or helper at a VE, because that was completely stupid on his part. But as far as the rest of it goes, everything went smooth after that. It was a good session. My son did good, and everything else was a good experience. Just that first 5 minutes was completely stupid because of this jackass. So, but outside of that, the online is good. Just make sure you have nothing on your walls that relates to the hobby. Don't have nothing, nobody inside the home. When you do your online testing, those are the basic rules, and they want to make sure you're good to go. And then when you're ready, they pull you out of a waiting room. They get you in there, you do your exam, and away you go. So it's not hard to do. It's just got to jump through a couple of hoops, that's all. But just make sure you get some decent people on there, because I don't want to see nobody else go through that. And that is the only reason why my son has not gone for an upgrade, because he wants to do it online. Again, I keep telling him, go down to a local club here, just do it there. But he wants to do it online because he'd like to use the ham radio prep, and that's a very good, excellent site to go to. So please, I encourage everybody to go do so. But just, again, make sure you talk to the right people, because that was just a one-time fluke, and I hope nobody ever has to experience what he went through. and that kind of set back some discouragement. He got his test, he passed it, became a tech. He don't want to go any further now because he doesn't want to deal with it. He's afraid he's going to deal with it again. And I tried to explain to him that's not going to happen again because now you know what it details, and that person's gone anyway, and the likeliness of you coming across this again is not going to happen. And so, but he's into other things right now, so kind of interest changed over the time because of that reason. So, but yeah, that WM7X is a very good group. They do treat you with respect. The one we were, I don't remember the one we were on, but it wasn't that one. And but I'm glad the guy called back immediately and took care of it like right away because I was hot. So, it's like, how dare you treat my son like shit, and then you hang up? No, be lucky you're not where I can see you, buddy, because I was pissed. I mean, goodness gracious, you want to be stupid towards me, that's okay. I got big shoulders, but don't ever do that to a child. Never. Have respect for a damn child who's trying to get into the hobby and do something for that reason. So I'm glad we had a very nice person to fix that situation. But a lot of these groups today are very good. I've heard a lot of great things about WM7X. Very good people, very good way of doing things. Simple process, easy to get along. You can ask questions, they'll answer it. If you're not sure about something, they'll just, okay, hey, let me put you back in the waiting room. I'll give you a call, and let's see what you got going on. And if you're ready to go for, okay, let's put you back in. Very good people. Excellent, excellent, excellent people. We didn't go through that one, unfortunately. We went through something different. But, yeah, excellent people for sure. So if you guys can, if you guys want to do online testing, like I said, just do your searching and whatever else, and get your license. It is a lot of fun. Just study and go from there. So, all right, guys, I got to get going. Got a few more minutes here before we hit 7:30, and I got to get myself rolling because I got a lot of radios to do. Got quite a bit out yesterday, and we got to get more going today. So, thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe as always. Hopefully, we covered quite a bit, actually. Kind of a slow start this morning, but we got quite a bit for the after portion of it, so that's pretty cool. And thank you all for joining. Thank you all for all the information you guys put in. WM7X, check it out. It's Whiskey Mexico 7 X-ray. Is the call sign, WM7X. Check it out if you guys want to do your online testing. Get a hold of them, and they will guide you where you need to be and get you going what you need to have done. So, catch you all later. I'll be back shortly here at the DX Radio Shop.